This application activity, called Choose Your Own Misadventure, will allow the children to see the outcome of choosing to learn or not to learn from other people's mistakes. The children will listen to a story that contains several decision moments. The children will have an opportunity to choose the bad decision, see the outcome, and then go back and make the better decision. Lead the activity like this. Okay guys, today we've been learning that we should learn from other people's what? Mistakes, that's right. And that means when we see someone make a mistake, we should do our best not to repeat that mistake, okay? But I have a story here for us, and I'm going to need your help because at certain moments we're going to make a decision about whether to repeat a mistake maybe or not to repeat a mistake. And because it's a story like this, we'll be able to go back and make a better decision. So the first time around, we'll decide, you know what, we'll go ahead and do the same thing they did, but then we'll see what happens. If it turns out badly, we'll be able to go back because it's just a story, right? Okay, so listen closely. And we'll just pretend that this is you, okay? All right, so you wake up in your room just like any other day and start getting ready for school. You go to the kitchen to get some breakfast and you see your little brother is laughing at the table while he makes a mess with his cereal. He's sloshing the milk all over the table and using the spoon like a catapult. Cereal and milk are flying all over the kitchen while your brother just laughs and laughs. Your mother comes in and yells at your little brother. As punishment, he is grounded from eating his favorite cereal for the rest of the week. Your mom leaves and your brother starts to cry. So here's your first decision moment. Decision A, you can choose to calmly eat your cereal over by the counter, okay? And then decision B is you choose to try to cheer your brother up by challenging him to a cereal war, throwing cereal and milk around the kitchen. So which one of those decisions would be following our main point, learning from others' mistakes? Which one would be the one we should probably make?
Sit there and eat your cereal quietly. Quietly,
right. But I think we'll find out. What do you think would happen if we do the cereal war?
We'll probably get in trouble.
You think so? Okay, well, let's find out. You start catapulting cereal at your brother and splashing your milk at him. He starts laughing, and the two of you have the most epic, messiest cereal war ever. Your mom comes back into the kitchen and sees what you two have been doing. She is furious with you, and she makes you clean up both your mess and your brother's mess. You clean up the kitchen, but you don't have time to change clothes before going to school. You have to go to the bus stop with sticky, milky clothes. So did that work out so well? No, not really, huh? You know what, let's go back and make a better decision. We'll see what happens. Okay, so after you finish your breakfast, you tell your mom goodbye and head down the street to the bus stop. Your friend Kyle is waiting for you with a big smile on his face. He shows you a bag of pebbles and hands half of them to you. He tells you he has a great idea for the bus ride to school. The bus arrives and your ride to school begins. After a few moments on the bus, Kyle rolls down his window and starts to throw pebbles at the other cars as the bus drives along. He motions for you to join in with your own pebbles. The bus driver sees what Kyle is doing and stops the bus. The bus driver says that Kyle will be reported to the principal and his parents will be called and told what he did. The bus driver goes back to the front of the bus and continues the trip to school. Okay, here's our next decision moment. You decide that jumping to the tree would be a faster way to get down to the ground. You run, you jump, you reach for the tree. Unfortunately, you don't jump as far as Ed did, and your fingers never even touch the tree branch. You fall straight to the ground next to Ed. You hear a popping sound in your arm, and it starts to hurt really, really bad. Ed's parents call the ambulance, and now both of you have to go to the hospital. Was that a good decision? No, definitely not. I think we should decide not to do that. Okay, let me read what happens if we do that. You climb back down the ladder and help your friend back into his house. His parents thank you for helping and then drive Ed to the hospital to take care of his ankle. You walk to your house and tell your mom about the day you had. She tells you she is proud of you for making good choices and learning from other people's mistakes. So, which way was better? Learning from people's mistakes or not learning from people's mistakes?
Learning from them.
Definitely. Yes, we can avoid a lot of problems in our life if we pay attention to people around us and do our best not to repeat the mistakes that they make. Okay, nobody's perfect. All right, all of us are going to make mistakes. The key is for us to learn from our mistakes, but we can also learn from mistakes that other people make. And if we do, we're going to avoid a lot of problems in our life and have a much better life as a result.